We'll talk about that.
It's quite poor. Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Ian. If you've not been here before, the channel's all about music and art, and this is my studio tour. I've been meaning to do this for quite a while, but we've got around to it. So let's turn the camera around and start with it. So the first thing to say is that all of the synths and everything normally lived covered up like that, but we'll get on to those in a minute. What we've got here, let's do the speakers first. So we have a pair of original Tannoy dual concentric System 8 speakers, and above them we have a pair of AR-18s. They're a 1980s hi-fi speaker which were used in studios back in the day. They're a better alternative to the Yamaha NS10s. Tucked down there is a pair of Oratones. I only ever use them in mono, and we have a very simple switching device there for speakers. We're using a Focusrite Scarlett 414 Mark III, I think it is, because we're on a Mark IV now. And below that is the latest thing, which is the Advanced Room Correction System by IK Multimedia. The IK Multimedia Studio, Arc Studio. It's brilliant. It means that I haven't done any sort of sound treatment in here. I've just set that up, mapped everything, and it's brilliant. It's just, that's the best thing I can say about it. So what else? Up here we have I've got a couple of pairs of studio headphones. This pair is my very long-suffering Sennheiser HD 650s. They're my go-to studio headphone, and there is what I think are a terrible pair of closed-back headphones. I would only really use them for recording vocals, by Shure. Can't remember which model they are. They're very uncomfortable. Shure SRH 940s. Moving swiftly along here, we've got a Yamaha DJX 90s, meant for the home market, I think, but actually it's got some really interesting stuff. You can do all sorts of weird and wonderful things with it. Below that is the Leaf Audio Microphonic Soundbox Mark II. I think they're on a Mark III now. It's great for those sort of sound design type things. And we've got a tongue drum. Let's move back over here. My obligatory lava lamp, and we have my X-Touch, Behringer X-Touch, which I use for mixing really more than anything else. So if I could come to a mixing job, that's what I tend to use the X-Touch for. Aside of that, we have my Hydrasynth, which is connected as my main studio keyboard. Side of that, we have, let's move the Shure, not Shure, it's not Shure at all. This is a Rode NT2A, I think. I've got a pair of them. We've got a Model 24, which all of the synths are wired into, and it has now been set up and updated so that it can be used as an audio interface to the Studio Mac. Having said that, I would only ever record into it and then record to the Mac. Just to show you where the Mac is, the Mac is down there along with a circuit and a few other bits of rubbish and all sorts of stuff. Up here we have Dom Hawkins Lyra 8. which I absolutely love, with the wonderful Mr. Wiggly sticker. And moving to the synths, at the top here, this isn't wired in. We have a TD3 from Behringer. I'm always amazed at how well that sort of sits into mixes whenever I use it. We've got the Korg 700 FS, which replaced my original Korg 700. It's brilliant. I love it. It's great for synths and it's great for bass and lead sounds. We'll put all those back later. Over here we have the Korg Op 6, which, not a fan of FM, but the Korg Op 6 is absolutely brilliant, and they've made, for me, FM very accessible. Here we have the Roland TR-8S, which I think is absolutely wonderful, and I use it all the time. And behind that we have Behringer Model D, which is connected via MIDI to my Studio Logic Sledge. Love the Sledge. It's built like a piece of crap, really. Plastic box is terrible, software's terrible, but it's one knob per function, and actually for doing stuff on it, it's absolutely fantastic. So I can put up with the slightly ropey software. Down here we have a Korg Kronos 73 note, Mark II. And below that we have a Micro Korg S. That's the one with the speakers, but I wouldn't advise anybody buying the one with the speakers. It's the original Micro Korg, not the new one. I have the speakers permanently turned off. They're weird. They make the keys vibrate. And here we have the thing with a lot of Triton sounds. This is the Korg Micro X, and tucked under there, which isn't actually wired up, we have a Korg Microstation. Moving, got anything on here? Korg NTS1, the Korg oscilloscope, and down the bottom there we have the Roland S1 little synth, which I think is fantastic and I need to use more. CDs, books, loads of rubbish there. Over here we have a load of guitar pedals, which I am currently going to be sorting out in this area here. Up at the top we've got some drums. We've got my trusty Thomas the Tank Engine circuit bent toy. There's also another toy over there. There's the circuit bent guitar keyboard guitar thing, which is very unpredictable, and I've used it on a few gigs and it has let me down more than once. We've got Postman Pat's Jess there, we've got Bertie Bassett in the corner, and we've got Colin the Clown, who I've had, well, he was my son's, I think. So drums, I reskinned this one. I was given this and then reskinned it. It was a pain in the neck to do, but I'm glad I've done it now. What else have we got? Guitar pedals. Oops. We've got the very wonderful Yamaha FGDP50, which I absolutely love. And in here we have got an Alesis SR16 Mark II, which I also love. Further down there we've got more pedals. We've got a couple of mixers, a couple of Behringer mixers which I've used in the past, Korg SQ1, a couple of Ises, so all sorts of weird and wonderful things down there. There's a couple of other things lurking around as well. There's a couple of synths underneath the racking, but we won't go there. My Micro Freak, which is absolutely brilliant and got used recently at a gig. Microcosm, and my latest edition, which is the Zoom Live Track 6. It's replaced my Zoom R16, which has been sold. Sculpt synth, only really use it for connecting to the instrument for MPE. Still getting my head around it, to be honest. It's slightly odd. It's got some good sounds in it though. The very wonderful organelle, which I use all the time, and the thing I'm spending most time learning, which is the Teenage Engineering OPC. There is also, tucked up at the top here, we've got a launch key, we've got a bot pad, and we have got in that bag there is my OP1 original, not the field. Guitars. We've got a couple of ukuleles. There's one of my ukuleles up for sale. A couple of classical guitars, a couple of electric guitars, and a short scale bass, lyre harp, and a couple of semi-acoustic guitars, a Hagstrom and a Fender Montero. The Fender Montero I've had for at least 30 years. It was my first acoustic guitar, well, second acoustic guitar really. And that pretty much covers it. Ducks on the wall, a couple of bits of artwork, my Moncock poster, as certain people are interested in that, a New York sign that I got in New York from an ex-cabbie, and that's about it. So I hope you found that useful. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye bye.